Sorry, I just like jumped over here because I wanted you to see how big this is. This is what you're getting today. 150 meals that last 25 years. There it is right on the front. 150 meals, 25 years. And you think, what would I want to do with that? Okay, camping. Emergency preparedness, when you can't get out and everyone's rushing, you know, and it's not safe to go outside, you've got food anywhere you want it. And these are, the food is actually delicious, made by chefs, and you've got a huge variety of breakfast food, lunch food, dinner food, snacks. There's all sorts of different wonderful things in here, and you just add water. And if you don't happen to have like a heating element, you can still have food because it's not contingent only you know, on having it be able to heat it up. So I know that's a question that we always get for this emergency preparedness. Now you've got, this is amazing, on the ReadyWise website, they do 120 servings, which is 30 servings less than this, for $300. So it's 3 times the price for 20 less meals. That's the regular price on the ReadyWise website right now. We're gonna go over to Stephanie Roberts, who is not only you know, she's been in the news business, she's been a meteorologist, she knows what's going on in the world with emergency preparedness, but one of our favorite kitchen guests here at HSN. Hello, my friend. This is a perfect day to be presenting this, Stephanie.
Absolutely, Helen. Great to see you. Oh, I'm such a huge fan of ReadyWise on so many different levels. Listen, we know it's been a year and a half of things that are not predictable, and that is just the way life is. But one thing that never changes is the fact that we have to feed our families. We have to eat. If you don't feel well, the rest of your family still needs to eat. If the grocery store stores shelves are empty because we have supply chain issues, we still have to get food. So ReadyWise is designed so that no matter what is happening, you have great tasting food whenever you need it. So great tasting is the part I want to focus on. This is just not food to get by. This is food that is literally designed by chefs, and all you're going to do is add water. So we're talking lunch and dinner entrees designed to taste amazing simply by rehydrating in water. And it doesn't have to be hot water. I know you see me on burners and pots and pans here. If you're not in a power outage situation, if you're not in a bad storm and you have the ability to make hot water, use hot water. It'll come together more quickly. It'll rehydrate more quickly. And I'll be honest, I think we all know that hot entrees tend to be more appealing and taste better. But if you are in an emergency situation where the only water you have is either room temperature, even ice cold right out of the tap, as long as it is safe to drink, you will be able to make things like chicken pasta and vegetables with regular temperatured water, room temperature water, pot pie, and I want to pick at this a little bit, with
By the way, Stephanie, I love that you're talking so much because I'm eating this chicken noodle soup and I'm like kind of hungry and I'm just like listening like I'm watching TV. Oh, this is pretty good.
You're like, oh wow, good. Yep, shove it down, girl. That's what I want you to do. But
this is so good.
Point? Exactly. Would you have ever known that that came out of a pouch and all I did was add room temperature water?
No, it's really good. Like I would eat this, and, I mean, it's delicious.
So that is what Wise is all about. It is designed to be food that tastes as if we slaved over, you know, slow cooked chicken and vegetables for hours, yet all you're going to do is add water. Now, it gets even better than that. When you bring this home and suddenly you have all these awesome entrees where you can make so simply, so easily with just water, as long as you keep these pouches in a cool, dry place, you're going to be able to hang on to this food for up to 25 years. So I know it sounds crazy. The chefs put together these recipes, but it's the scientists at ReadyWise that have made these pouches that keep it shelf stable. So there's kind of a twofold thought process here these days, Helen. I am all about, especially since we're talking about, you know, things like the Eco Power Boost and the ability to function post-storm. Put some of this aside so that if your power goes out, if you're in a situation where you can't get to the store or the store shelves are bare, obviously you can feed your family. But for me, on a Tuesday night when I am exhausted and I didn't have time to stop at the store,
I was going to say that.
Yes, and
I've done
on a
that,
weekend,
Stephanie. I've just like taken out a meal and I'm like, here's food. I've actually done that.
yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I love that we're giving you 150 servings. This is my personal favorite. It's the creamy pasta with vegetables. It's got big carrots. It's got flakes of, red pepper. I've got green peas. This cream sauce is amazing. I will eat this all day long and not use it as emergency food. Maybe the emergency is just that I couldn't make dinner tonight. That is
Right.
okay. So, that can be an emergency when you've got a
That's
hungry
right.
family. So 150 servings, you're getting 8 lunch and dinner entrees. You're getting 2 different types of breakfast cereals. You're getting crunchy granola as a snack. You're getting vanilla pudding, which is awesome and creamy and sweet, plus the ability to make orange drink and whey milk. So the emergency can be defined however you want it to be. But what this is real food, not fake food, not chemical food, food that tastes great, that comes to you and that can be there for the next 25 years with just adding water. So it's
Right.
kind of a great problem solver.
It is, and also if you're like an avid camper, I mentioned that my brother and sister-in-law are on a 3-month camping trip right now, and this is, I mean, to bring this with you is awesome. By the way, besides this, we have lots of other choices on hsn.com, our website. I wanted to highlight the 144 servings of powdered eggs. And I think that that would be an excellent thing to have in your house, no matter what, to be able to have some eggs protein for breakfast. And so you can check that out. I know maybe we're gonna have like other things on the side of the, item numbers for it, but you can jump to hsn.com and put in ReadyWise, and we have like all sorts of, configurations. What I love about this though, is when you get this, it's 150 meals to take care of you and your family, and then it's a big variety, and it'll give you maybe even sample some of it and see what you like, and then see what you want to buy more of. Stephanie, how long would this last? Like, isn't it like 2 people, 2 weeks, something like that, or more than that?
Exactly. Nope, that's exactly right.
Okay.
So in a true emergency situation, if you were actually living out of the meals in the 150 serving bucket, for a family of 4, it's approximately a week. Obviously, depends on how much you eat. For a family of 2, 2 weeks. And for one person, this is literally a month's worth of food. And Helen, I don't see that you're having any trouble eating that food, and I'm glad to see that.
No, I'm gonna make the drink too, because when you see how easy it is, by the way, I know, I'm just like, I really love the taste of it. And when you've got kids, I mean, Stephanie and I are both moms, and you've got kids that are gonna be like, well, wait a minute, what does that taste like? I mean, these are like really, oh, that's really good. They're really, really tasty drinks, as well as soups. I mean, I've got macaroni and cheese here. It looks like that's rice or quinoa, and then that's the pasta that you love so much. These are real meals. This isn't like like a bar that you eat that, they're like, well, there's no food. You're gonna, eat this bar. That's not what this is. These are real meals, right?
Exactly. And that's what the difference is. Most of us in our emergency kits, we might have things like tuna fish or crackers or peanut butter. That's not going to last you for very long. I mean, unfortunately, in the last week, we can see how one storm can affect millions of people's lives. And there's lots of power outages, and there's lots of people who haven't been able to feed their families. This makes the difference. We never know what's going to happen when every single one of us, wherever we are in the country, can be impacted by either Mother Nature, grocery store shelf issues, food prices. This is guaranteeing that your family has food at an amazing value, and that no matter what, all you have to do is add water, whether it's hot or not, and you have a meal. You have a meal that's real food. This is the chicken pot pie. There are potatoes in here that have the most amazing texture. I'm very texture oriented, Helen. If something gets gummy or mushy, I am out immediately. No, thank you. And for some way, the scientists have been able to figure out how to keep this shelf stable, yet keep some texture in it. So that's what makes this food different, is that it tastes exactly like you would expect food to taste. I do want to point out serving size real quick. This is considered 1 serving. So when we tell you there's 150 servings, we're not just giving you little tablespoon servings. I have 4 boys. Let me tell you, size matters in this house, right? They eat a lot of food. So when we talk about a pouch, 1 pouch is going to give you 4 hearty servings of a meal. And I know we've got it all divided out so that you can see that those are good, real servings of food. So I love the value, Helen. I got to tell you, grocery prices are going all over the place right now. I am thrilled to see some good price food for all of us.
Right, and I want to mention again, ReadyWise has a website that this is, of something like this is available. This is $99 for 150 meals. On ReadyWise's website, you get 120 meals, so it's 30 meals less for $300. 3 times the price. So this is a really, it's called a smart deal. So this is like a Today Special, except it's very limited quantity and it's while supplies last. So it might go over 1 day or 2 days. It just depends on how long it takes for it to sell out. This is I think it's, I don't know how many times you're on but I've been on all weekend, and this is the first time I've presented this. 150 servings. Here's an example of some of the foods. And this, I mean, this is stuff that when your kids are like, well, okay, what's happening? It's emergency. Oh, don't worry, I got mac and cheese for you. Mac and cheese, okay. You know, everybody turns around. And I just ate this soup, and one of the things I want to comment on, Stephanie, is the texture of the noodles tastes like I got noodles out of dried noodles out of the box, boiled them and ate them fresh, and in a delicious broth. There's carrots in there, and vegetables, and it's just, this is absolutely delicious. And no one is telling me, Helen, your job is you've got to eat this while you're doing. Nope, that's not part of my job. But I'm like, I've been eating this like through the whole presentation.
I'm glad you noticed the texture, because honestly, to me, Helen, that is totally what makes the difference, is that it is exactly what you would expect real food to taste like and feel like, because it is real food. The real ingredients are in. I love what you said about, hey, everything's okay, we have mac and cheese. That's right. It doesn't matter whether it's a storm or maybe they were out of mac and cheese at the grocery store, which is practically an emergency in my house with the kids.
Right.
This means you have what your family needs. I mean, you make it with the water, you throw on any sides you happen to have around, and you are good to go. Same with the teriyaki rice. You can make this an entire meal that your family will be absolutely thrilled to see, whether it is a weather emergency or whether it is just a day where it wasn't necessarily maybe an emergency, but that you just didn't have the wherewithal to go to the grocery store, or the grocery store didn't have what you need. I feel if there's one thing we've kind of all learned in the last year and a half, is that surprises are just part of the deal here in life, and that we just have to make sure we're taken care of. Eating is non-negotiable. It's going to have to happen for our family. I know as the adult who's responsible for that, I just feel like I have one less stress when I know we have food right here in the house, and all we need is water.
That's a good point. Everybody turns to mom. Where's the food? Emergency or not, where's the food? Here it is. There you go. Thank you so much, Stephanie. So good to see you. Great presentation and delicious food. I enjoyed my lunch while I was listening to you.
I am glad. By the way, this is my only show today, Helen, so I'm glad I got to do it with you.
Oh, I did. Okay, so I was going to say, I didn't see that you were on a lot today. We must be getting very limited in the quantity, because it's a smart deal for the Labor Day weekend. Thank you, my friend. Great job. All right, here's your opportunity. 075049, brand new and exclusive, just here at HSN. I also want to remind you of our Today Special. If you missed that presentation, we are selling the version